Now to that legal blow for Donald Trump. A U.S. federal appeals court has ruled that the former president does not have immunity from charges that he plotted to overturn his 2020 election defeat. Our Washington correspondent, Janelle Dumoulin, told us more about Trump's claim of immunity.
Well, basically, his defense centered around him being immune for being prosecuted from acts committed while he was president. Now, this is, of course, a notion that the three-judge panel on this D.C. Federal District Appeals Court has now soundly rejected in a 57-page ruling. We pulled this out of that ruling. The panel wrote, "For the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become citizen Trump with all of the defenses of any other criminal defendant. But any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this prosecution." So in addition to that, despite arguing that he should have de facto immunity, his lawyers also tried a sort of a double jeopardy defense. This idea that somebody accused cannot stand trial twice for essentially the same crime. Now, they argued that because Trump already faced impeachment in the House of Representatives for trying to reverse the results of the 2020 election, but was not convicted by the Senate, then essentially he already had his day in court and he doesn't need another. Now, of course, we know that impeachment proceedings are political proceedings and not criminal proceedings. As such, this argument did not count in the way that Trump's lawyers wanted. Already heard from the Trump campaign in response to this ruling. This from campaign spokesman Stephen Chung: "Prosecuting a president for official acts violates the Constitution and threatens the bedrock of our republic. President Trump respectfully disagrees with the D.C. Circuit's decision and will appeal it in order to safeguard the presidency and the Constitution." That's where they stand on that.
So, well, what's going to happen next? I mean, he's going to appeal. Is there a guarantee that the Supreme Court will hear this case? I mean, do we know what will happen eventually?
Well, as we heard there, Trump is expected to appeal. What is unclear at the moment is whether he will exercise this judgment of bringing this option of bringing it to the full D.C. Circuit for review. He may do that, or he may appeal to the Supreme Court directly. Now, if he's going to appeal to the Supreme Court directly, he has until Monday, February 12 to do that. So that is a very quick turnaround. That is just in a matter of days. Now, if the Supreme Court does agree to hear the case, however, then really a lot is riding on how much they will be able to get done before the general election in November, because we know that Citizen Trump, of course, is also likely Republican presidential nominee Trump. He has every incentive to see this trial delayed, to see this potential trial move till past the election, an election that he might potentially win, in which case he might also ask his Department of Justice to junk the case. He may even potentially pardon himself. Okay. So a lot is going to depend on whether the Supreme Court decides to hear this case and what happens from then on.
Yeah, that's still a lot of unanswered questions, that's for sure. Janelle in Washington, thank you.